Shalom, y'all. This is your brother Hawood. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yohiwa, Heya, the Most High. Listen. So I just watched this video on TikTok, right? And it was about so these white family, they got caught, like swept away in like a flood or something. I think it was in North Carolina. And this brother, this Aboriginal brother saw it, so he ran over there to help. And then a couple other people came over there to start helping. And they get the door open and there's an infant in there and a little girl. And the children were underwater. And so they get the door open, they get the kids out, they save the two men. So they get the baby out, and the white guy grabbed a little baby, a little white child, little infant, and he starts giving the baby CPR. But while that man is giving that baby CPR, right, you know what you hear? You hear this sister in the background, it's an older woman. And she's saying, God, please, but she's not saying Jesus, but she is saying God, right? And, we know that the word God is not towards the Most High. We know that's Baal, right? But at the same time, the Most High knows when your heart is sincerely calling on Him. Like, that's one thing for sure. And that baby, they said that baby was like a dark complexion, because that's how long it's been under. It was under. Whoa, look at that moon, y'all. Y'all see that moon? Woo! So the baby was underwater for a minute, and it was like dark complected from what they were saying. And they said, wow, that sister. And listen, this is the crazy part, right? The news anchor, he said you can hear the lady calling on God to save the baby, right? Like, he made an emphasis to say that. And while that sister was calling on the Most High, that baby popped back to life. You know what I'm saying? And like, I say that to say, y'all, like, you don't say the Most High ain't here listening to His children now. He is. He definitely listening to us. He definitely hear us calling. Even when, we call Him in a strange tongue, but not in a name like James, Tony, you know what I'm saying? Even though, I'm not gonna lie, God is another name, but He knows that we take that, a lot of us take that name God synonymous for Him. He knows that. Like, and everybody should know that He knows that, right? So the baby came back to life, and then they started working on the little girl, and eventually the little girl came back to life. But you didn't hear like the lady calling on him. That it took longer for the little girl to come back. But listen, y'all, I'm telling y'all, man, look, this is the time, y'all. Like, this is our salvation here, y'all. Like, we got salvation, and we got real salvation. This is the thing, man. This ain't no fake church junk. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no hand-me-down, washed-up clothes salvation. This is the real one, man. This is when you gonna see the chariots of the Most High coming, and a whole lot of killing going on. You know what I mean? And that's true, y'all. Like, it is what it is. And and if you can't accept the killing part, then you don't know the Most High. Like, because if you sit there and part your lips and say, oh, He loves and He wouldn't kill nobody, I don't know what book you've been reading, but the Most High that I've read on, that I know of, that I pray to, that tell me stuff, yeah, he get bodies. And plenty of them. And so do his children. They get bodies too. So, you know, you keep listening to people tell you that, oh, the Most High is just pure love. That don't even make sense. There is no such thing as a pure love. Even love, you have to chastise people out of love, y'all. Look at the size of that moon, y'all. It's as big as that building. And it's right there. So I wonder how they're going to explain that one, you know. It kills me with this, the moon mess. But let me get back to what I was saying. So, you know what I mean? Love, even in love, you have to chastise the ones you love. If you don't chastise who you love, how do you expect to correct them? Huh? How do you correct someone without chastising them? You can chastise them verbally, and you can chastise them physically. And yo, the moon is below the building, below these whatever these things are. Look how low that moon is in the sky. I really want to know how they're going to explain this one. You know, I'm talking about the people that says they fly their plane. The Most High just did, he did that on purpose. Look how low the moon is, y'all. And it's not because we on an elevated expressway, because that thing had to be thousands of feet in the air. Look how low the moon is. That's that yellow light right there. And I bet you not one of these dimwits noticed it yet. That the moon is probably 300 to 500 feet in the sky. And as bright as it looked like a ball in the sky. See? And this like the height it was at when I told y'all in that dream where that joint caught on fire and just fell out the sky. Like, it was crazy. Like, it starts burning from the inside out. It was like, wow, okay. So, now back to what I was saying. You know, how do you chastise somebody without, how do you not love somebody and don't, look at that. I'm sorry, y'all. But, you know me, y'all know I'm crazy. Look at that. That's the moon right there, y'all. Look how bright it is. And it's not fully illuminated. That's the moon. That big yellow light. Right there. It's that low in the sky. Isn't that a blood moon, I think? Almost a blood moon. But yeah, so how do you chastise somebody? You gotta chastise who you love. Because when they wrong, you gotta correct them. So, and you gotta like hear what I'm saying, because this is the philosophy these people live off of. Pretty much, why we gotta get in trouble. We know we did wrong. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. That's psychotic. Because you should know that if you do wrong, I gotta get a tire, y'all. I gotta bubble real bad. But if you do wrong, you should know that you're gonna be chastised. You know what I'm saying? See how low that joint is in the sky? It's right there. You know what I mean? And I mean, at the end of the day, y'all,
in 2 miles,
you gotta, I don't even know why
I
don't even know why I'm listening to this stupid thing, because I know where I'm at. And at the end of the day, y'all, you gotta, it's time, like, for us as a people, man. We gotta separate. And I mean separate, not just from heathens and Gentiles, even from our own. Like, I'm talking about our own. Listen, we got some brothers in these camps. Yo, these brothers are wicked. Do you hear me? Wicked. Because I noticed one thing that I've noticed one thing that I hear them constantly say about their own people, or they hope they die, they hope this, the Most High gonna murder you, this, that, this, that, this. But where's the part that I pray the Most High forgive you? You know what I'm saying? I'm praying that the Most High open your eyes. Where's that at? And look, it's right above the city, y'all. The Most High did that on purpose, y'all. It's right above the city. Look how close that joint is to the city, y'all. Look. It's right there. The Most High vicious, man. The planes are flying higher than the moon.
For City Avenue,
the moon looked like it just popped out of a hole. Look how close. Yo, the Most High is vicious. I'll be trying to tell y'all, man. Ain't nothing like him, y'all. It's nothing like him. But, yeah, like, how do you...
Exit 339.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, how do you not pray for the eyes of your brothers and sisters to be open? How do you not do that? How is the first thing when they don't understand what you saying, I hope you die? What? That's the first thing that come out your mouth? When somebody, listen, number one, right? Let me say this to y'all. And this just me, you know, using observation and just, you know, being who I am as a person, right? I have 4 children. And I have raised
Continue on
a lot,
1 south for
right?
3 miles.
Oh my God, I gotta turn this off. I know where I'm at, but I might mess my video up, so I can't. But, so, I have raised a lot of kids. I ain't gonna lie, a lot. And the one thing that I have observed is this. When raising, training, teaching children is repetition. They don't get it on the first whip. They don't snap right into it. It's repetitious. That means you have to have patience. If you understand what I'm saying. You have to be patient with a child. And if you're being told to become like a child again, and for the brothers and sisters that have become children and now are young children, or little boys or little girls or whatever like that, they got way more knowledge than some of the other brothers and sisters, you know, the ones that's just being woken up. Where's your patience? Where's your understanding? Where's your love? Because love is kind. Love is patience. Love is pure. Love is the love that the Most High had for his children. Where's yours? I mean, I want to know, because, like, I sit down and I listen to these videos sometimes, right? And I told y'all, this all I've been doing is observing everybody. Like, and I'm going to tell y'all something, man. I just, for the life of me, man, I cannot understand how you go from teaching the word of your creator, your redeemer,
in 1,000
of
feet,
all of your people,
Belmont Avenue.
the redeemer of all your people. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of us are meant for the fire. That's just what it is. But
take the next right onto Belmont Avenue.
Oh
then
my
turn
God, I
left
wish I
onto
could turn
US
this
1
off.
south.
But why are you not praying for their eyes to be open? Why are you not coming together as a collective and say, you know, Father, please help us wake them up. Please choose this brother, this sister. Please choose this child. Why is the first thing come out your mouth when somebody say, no, no, no? I hope you burn in hell. Like, what the fuck? And then you talking about the Most High love me. You sure about that? Because you don't even love yourself. Because if you love yourself, you would love your people. You think when somebody get up on my thing and they one of our people, and they're brainwashed. They're living repetitiously. This is what they know. This is all they know. They don't know nothing else. This has been hammered into their brains. Just like it was beaten to yours. And now because you got it, they ain't supposed to get it? Or it don't take time? Like it didn't take time with you. You know how long it took me to get that damn Jesus and that other person out of my brain? Because for a while, I'm like, no, you know, but it took time. So, I don't understand that. And I know, you know, some people gonna get up here and talk crazy and everything. And that just show you right there who you are. Because if you can't take correction, then there's something wrong. Because a child could correct me and I would not care. I would be like, thank you. I really didn't realize I was doing that. How can you say that you walking with the Most High when your heart ain't humble? You out here on some murder, death, kill stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where should your anger be directed towards? Where should your anger be directed towards? Yourself. Your sins. You know what I'm saying? What you have done. In the remission of your sins. That's where your anger should be at. That's what you should be trying to chastise. Yourself. That's what you should be beating down. Yourself. The hell are you beating down other people for? You're no better than none of us. We all messed up. And I'm telling y'all, this is why I'm getting to the place now, I'm ready to separate from everybody. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't ready to. I am. Because I'm not gonna be able to do what I need to do, and I can't give my 100% attention to the Father when all this stuff is going. It's too much. And I'm the type of person, I think too much. I think about everything. So I'm not gonna be able to you know, I need peace. You know? But, I mean, how, listen, y'all. How? You know, I sit and I watch.
Turn right on Jefferson Street. Take the next right on Jefferson Street.
I watch all these kids dying. I can't.
Take 1000, turn left on the Upgrade Way.
I watch young men getting murdered.
Quarter mile, turn left on North 59th Street.
I remember when, what's that lady name? It's bothering me. me a second, y'all. I remember when that young girl that was playing games, the video games with her nephew in the house. And somebody called the cops and said that something was wrong. And they went to her house for a wellness check and they killed that girl. I went in my yard and I destroyed everything that was in the back of my house. Don't know why I did it. To this day, still don't know why I did it. I just lost it. Had no control over myself at all. All I know is when I came out of whatever I was in, I was on my knees punching the ground, the dirt. And if you don't believe me, my sons will tell you exactly what happened. My two oldest sons. All I remember is sitting in a chair, looking at it on the news, and I couldn't control myself, and I went out in the backyard. I walked out in the yard, I looked up in the sky, and you know, I was like, how long you gonna keep letting this happen? Like, they don't get it. They don't see. They lost. They sleep. They gone. They need light. You know, that's what I said. And at this very moment, guess what I'm saying in my mind?
1,000 feet. Turn right onto North 65th Street.
How long? Because any way you look at it, they still don't get it. They still don't see. And what he keeps saying, when is my people going to consider?
Turn right onto North 65th Street. Then your destination.
Did anybody ever consider what he's saying? Do anybody know what he's saying? I did this to you.
Your destination is on the right.
That's what he's telling you. Consider what I'm saying. And as long as you keep what? Doing the same dumb shit, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep killing your sons. I'm going to keep allowing them to rape and murder your daughters. When we going to consider? Because I don't know if y'all realize this. This shit hurt. And you want me to tell you why it hurt? Because guess what? Tomorrow could be my daughter, my son, my cousin's son, my brother's son, my sister's daughter. Because we're being punished as a whole, not as an individual, as a whole. Brothers and sisters that I know that I'm okay with, you know, we just you know, hey, yo, what's going on, y'all? When? You don't think that hurt? Yeah, that make my eyes water. It make me well up. It make all that happen. All these little tiny parking spots. I got to park across the street or something. You know, I like literally had to stop for a second and catch my breath because it hit me. I'm not gonna fake that I got love for my people. That's corny. The hell I'm gonna fake that for? I'm a whole grown ass man. And yes, I got love for my people. I mean, this is all we have. That's all we are. Y'all see how I gotta look for parking spots, y'all? This is ridiculous. Hold on, let me see something. Y'all, this is all we have. Once they wipe us out, it's over. I don't want to park there. Hold on. You hear me? If they wipe us out, it's over. There is no more us. Y'all, do y'all not understand what I'm saying? You know what? They got a camera right there. If we don't get our shit together, and I know the Father said that He is not going to allow us to be utterly wiped out. I know that. But who the hell says our numbers can't go down to damn near nothing? You know, He can bring us back out of 2 people. But wouldn't you rather a nation how in the hell, like, I just want to know this. How? And why can't we just get the hell along? I know it's a curse. You know it's a curse. You can stop the curse by keeping the laws. But you don't want to. What the hell is so good about doing this bullshit they doing? Why is it so appealing? What is wrong? Have you not noticed this? The deeper you go into their sin, you have to pay by their hand and the Father's hand. So in the beginning, oh yeah, it's only fun because you don't know it. But once you know it, it starts to become boring. And then you don't enjoy it. But guess what they do? They want you to continue. And now you don't want to do it. But they don't care. They want you to continue. And when you don't want to continue, then they kill you or they kill somebody in your family to make you continue. And now you got to deal with the Most High killing somebody too. Or killing you or afflicting your body. Like, where do you gain from that? What is the prosper of that? So you tell me, running around doing all this nasty ass shit is more better than being able to walk down the street and don't turn and worry about nothing. You don't have to worry about nothing. You have a peace of mind. A literal peace of mind. Knowing that there are invisible entities guarding you. Because you took the time to say, you know what? I don't want to be like him. And I don't want to be like her. It may look interesting, but I can tell that it's tearing them apart inside. You can look at their faces. That's why they wear all that goddamn makeup. Look at their eyes. They wear sunglasses because they are so tore down. They're on drug, like, oh my gosh, y'all, come on. Oh God, man. This shit is stressful. Y'all gonna be the death of my ass. Cause I'm sitting here worrying about people that don't give a damn about themselves. And I don't think that's fair. I really don't. I done broke down in tears and every damn thing because I start thinking about all these kids that's losing their life. These men, they had daughters, they children that never see them again. And you got these fucking clowns and these idiots screaming and yelling and cursing people, and nobody wants to help their own people. I mean, God, he says join yourself together. You don't want to join together. You want to, I hope you die. That's all we care about. Kill, nigga, kill. Yet and still, you don't see the problem. How long, y'all, until we consider? He telling us how long are you dingbats gonna sit here keep doing this shit and don't realize that I put it in the book, regardless of what they've done to it. I say it clear as day. I am doing this to you. I'm the reason why you are dying. I'm the reason why you're in poverty. I'm the reason why you can't keep a wife, a husband. Your daughter thinks she a boy. Your son thinks he's a girl. I'm the reason why. And nobody has figured this shit out yet. Let me tell y'all something. The most important thing in that book right now is them laws, y'all. You can let somebody sit here and tell you it ain't, it's this, it's that. What's the main thing the Most High tell you? Keep my what? And that's all he keeps saying. Keep my what? And do what? Repent. And keep my what? You want to come up out of this shit? Do what? Keep my what? That's all. That's what you got to do. That's the main thing you have to do. Yes, seek his face. Of course. You're supposed to. But the main thing is what? Keep his what? His laws. Why you think you going through this? You think you're going through this because you got a job with a white man? That's why you think you're going through this? No. You going through this because you keep shoving pork down your damn throat. You keep looking at all these nasty ass pale flesh people and lusting after them. You keep stepping out on your wife. You keep stepping out on your husband. And one of the worst things you doing is you going into these buildings and you prostrating your body to a dead man. Somebody that's made of flesh and bone. They're dead. The Most High don't deal in death. He's the power of life. It doesn't please him to kill. But you letting these fucking fools tell you there's some fucking dead man that's gonna come save you. That's the shit I don't get. Because I know If I told my children if something was happening, that I'm coming to save you, I'm coming to save you. Not Jordan, not Timmy, not anybody. I'm coming to save you. That's not talking about nobody else but me. That's what that's talking about. That means that I am physically coming to save you. How the hell do you get another person out of I'm? The Messiah is to teach you. That's what he's going to do. He's going to feed you. That's his job. That's his job. To feed the flock. The Most High is going to do all the killing. And so are we. The ones he chooses for us to do the killing. But for the most part, he's going to do a lot of killing. So, what the hell are y'all? What's going on? Oh, goodness, y'all. Listen, this shit got to stop, man. Because I'm telling y'all now, if my old ass have a heart attack and die because of y'all asses, oh boy, when he brings us out the ground, I'm gonna start fucking people up. Man, like, like, I ain't even trying to hear, no, bro. No, we gonna rumble. Straight out. Like, this don't make no sense. And you know, they ain't talk all that, oh, yeah, you little light skin. I'll fire your ass up too. You be surprised. Like, I mean, this is ridiculous, y'all. This is crazy. You telling me we got from most of us been awoke since like 2014, 2013, and we still ain't come together? None of us. Nobody has sat down and arranged for us to meet somewhere in the summer in parks. Nobody. Like, are you fucking serious? I mean, seriously. Nobody. We are on phones, computers, talking to each other, but we have not physically met. We have not physically made that spiritual connection because of pride. And I don't have the money. Guess what? I don't have it either. But God damn it, I'll find it. I'll make it. And I'll try to make some for somebody else. And there's plenty of other people that probably would help out too. So you telling me that there's nobody over here listening to this video saying, damn, that's what we should do. Why the hell have we not gathered together? Why are we not having Passover together? Why are we not doing the Feast of Unleavened Breads? So you telling me that all of us, let me just put it like this. Let's say we have everybody from California on down to all around that line come to Philadelphia. And let's say we got 10,000 people in Philly that watch videos and stuff like that. Or vice versa. Let's say people from Philly on down come to California. And you got 10 to 15,000 people in Cali. And then, you know, in those surrounding areas that are watching the same videos. We prescribe to each other. And you telling me you don't feel comfortable enough to put your brother or your sister up in your house? Somewhere, someone has to break the ice. Like the Most High says what? Right? Well, I ain't even. I'm gonna quote y'all favorite dude. When I was homeless, did you give me shelter? So when we're having a gathering, when I am in the street, or I don't have the funds to afford a hotel room, you would not put your brother or your sister up in a guest room because of what? You think they might do what? Steal or something else? But you don't know that? And have you not tested their spirit? And have you not leaned on the Most High to guide you in all your ways? This is the bullshit I'm talking about. Oh, I lean on the Most High for everything. If you did, we would be gathering. So you can't be. Because he says, join yourselves together. Where the hell are we joined? We haven't joined shit. The only thing we join is a phone. That's all it is, a bunch of electronic connections. It's not spiritual. We need to join together. We need to come together as a people. When you bring many sticks together, it's strong. But when you have one stick, it is weak. So, let's say something happens. And everybody's running and fleeing and da-da-da-da. How do you expect to know who's who and what's what? Because and this ain't nothing towards you, brother, but I could be fleeing for my life and I'm scared, and Big Judah could be fleeing for his life, but because I never seen him physically, even though I seen him over the phone, don't mean he looks the same physically. He could be more menacing physically. He could be big as shit, the last I know. And I'm thinking this dude about to try to run down on me, and I'll pop him or attack him. Regardless, you can't trust your own sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You know, all skin folk ain't kin folk. Y'all know the saying. But but because we have not physically come together and spoken and talked and exchanged knowledge, like sat down in a circle or with a fire in the middle and spoke on knowledge, on yay, nay, and so be it. We are not connected the way we're supposed to be. So I just put myself out here on a limb. I just shedded tears on a video. I know people going to get on this joint and talk trash. I really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, somebody got to do it. And they, of course, was not me making up nothing. I don't do that type of stuff. But, I just allow my emotions to do what they need to do. Because somebody has to do it. Because we're not getting it. We're not getting it. We're being given instructions and we're not doing none of it. None of it. I saw a video with some dude floating. Now, it could have been fake. But what if it's not a fucking Gentile floating? What if he's not faking? So if he can float, imagine what the hell you could do. There's a reason why our people were always amongst each other in circles and camped around a fire, speaking, singing, praising together. It opens up your spiritual path. It opens up that pineal gland. You cannot open that gland up on your own. You can't do it like that. We are a nation. We are supposed to be together. So how do you expect to get spiritual awareness and spiritual power if you don't want to join with your people? We have to form the what? The unibody, or the unimind, or the unispirit. You know, like I told y'all, you need to start listening to these movies. They tell you what we're supposed to be doing, but we're not doing it, and they're laughing. Like, these dumb niggas still don't get it. We just told them what they need to do, and the motherfuckers still sitting there talking to each other over the internet. You know, a lot of us don't like Lex Will, you know, because of where he at. But I will get at Mug one thing. They do join themselves together. They do that. I will give them that. Why the hell we ain't? And just the wild thing about it is, you can feel the Most High going through brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters have some ridiculous knowledge and some crazy like stuff, like, you know, when we speak on things, and we still not doing nothing with it. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, listen, I put myself on a limb hoping that somebody would take how my hurt and my pain for my people being destroyed because we don't want to listen, and take the initiative and stand up and say, listen, this is what we got to do. The brother right. And I hope it's a sister. Because if it's a sister, men listen to women. And I really do. And I hope it's a sister that's loud. With that trumpet voice. With that sassy mouth. You know what I mean? I hope so. Because that's the one you're going to listen to. For some reason, we find that attractive. Don't know why. It's a Hebrew thing. You know what I mean? Aboriginal thing. But, I mean, what's going on? So, I did my part. I said what I had to say. I allowed myself to open up like a floodgate. And I mean, I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. I don't care. I really don't. I mean, the thing is, I know. You know how you know somebody's gonna say some dumbass shit out their mouth? Punk ass nigga cried on the phone. At least I'm man enough to show y'all that I care about my people. That's one thing for sure. I'm man enough to show it. Is you? Or you one of them fake ass gangster Hebrews that don't have no emotions, but you think that the Most High gonna allow you in your kingdom walking around with a whole I'm too tough for everything? Or is he gonna allow the ones in his kingdom that don't mind breaking down for their people? Like, can you fall down and weep for somebody you never met? Can you do that? Do you have that much love in your heart for your people that just hearing that one of your sisters or your brothers was murdered brutally, and it tears you apart? Is that in you? Because I'm going to tell y'all something. When your spirit develops so far that just hearing the death of another Hebrew aches you like you just lost your wife, or your child, guess what? You considering what the Most High has told us. You, that person, is considering. And let me tell you how you considering. What connection do you have to somebody you don't know? What could you say about somebody you don't know? The only thing you could say is, I don't know them. So why would you weep for somebody you don't know? You want me to tell you why it hurts when we lose one of ours? I'm gonna tell you why it hurts. This is why it hurts. So, and I know this is a part that was put in me to develop what this is, what I'm talking about now. So, when I was 9, the man that I thought was my father died. Right? And the strange thing is, I do remember my real dad. I remember him. I remember him taking me places and everything. I remember him picking me up in the Ford. What was that name of that car? The Ford. Oh, goodness. Y'all remember them too. The little round little Ford cars. Ford. Shoot. It was in the 80s. That's crazy. I can't remember the name of that car. But it was a little Ford car. And he used to take me to the garage. And there used to be a dog there named Lucky. And the dog had a split down the middle of his tongue. So his tongue would like wag in 2 different places. Or he would flip the tongue on top of the other tongue. It was really strange. It was like a German Shepherd. And I used to find that so awesome. And he used to sit there with the older guys he was friends with, and they would drink their beers and talk trash or whatever like that. And I actually found that the most wonderfulest thing I ever experienced as a child, because I was with my dad. And so I don't know what happened between him and my mom. I don't know. But the last thing he did was he bought my 2 twin sisters bicycles. That was the last time I saw them. The twins were 6 during that time. He bought both of them bikes. He looked at me, said, "Greg, I'll be back. I'm going to get you a bike, son." Never seen him no more. Well, actually I did, but I didn't know it was him. So years come about, I think I was, well, it wasn't years. I think it was like a year, or I don't know. But I remember a man named John was around. And matter of fact, I think I was like 5. Yeah, I think I was 5. Yeah, and Tamika was 6. My sister Tamika was 6. So, and yeah, because John came around when I was 7. I ain't gonna call him John, but I ain't call him Dad as I called him. Junebug, whatever. But so he was around. You know what I'm saying? And him and my mom got booked. Booked meaning married. So, and he did the daddy thing, y'all. Like on some real stuff. Like, this man took me fishing. Never been fishing before. This man got my little blind up and took me fishing. Yeah, I got seasick, but he took me. This man showed me how to till the land, how to grow plants, how to make gardens. This man showed me how to sew clothes. This man showed me damn near how to build stuff, how to take stuff apart, how to put it back together, how to turn things into other things. This man spent so much time developing me. Right? Seriously. Like, I was like his little favorite. Seemed like I think I was everybody's favorite. Everybody always wanted to be with me. So as I'm talking, right, there are spots on the walls, little shadows. I don't know if y'all can see this. You see the shadows on the wall? And I'm talking to y'all, and they look like little men. Like, especially right here. 1, 2, one got a cap on, backwards. He got glasses on his face with a hat. Y'all see it? I'm just saying. I don't know what I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. There's one right there. Let me get my hand on it right here. You see? Eyeball, hat, big ass head, nose in the middle. But it's just the bricks. There's no drawings. Yeah, but, and this guy right here, he looked like a boxer. You see? The glove right there. You see his hair? That's his face right there. His boxing glove right there. Yeah, I don't know. But it's not a drawing. It's bricks. So, and this is what I'm saying. Like, this stuff I can see. And then, like, I see spirits walk by me. I see them run by me. I see them out the corner of my eye. I see them all the time. Hear stuff all the time. And this stuff has just started, like, about a year ago, I guess. Yeah, about a year ago. Let me get back to that. Yeah. So this man had put so much time into developing me to as far as who I am now, right? And I mean, it was so much, he spent so much time and paid so much attention to me that my older brother would get jealous, my older brother Marvin. And, I didn't know why. I mean, he wasn't my dad. I knew who my dad was. And so when he died, right, when he passed, that literally ate me alive. I mean, utterly. Let me unlock my door, y'all, because I don't know when people start driving through drive through the night. I mean, they look like they live here, but the hell with that. I ain't got no weapon neither, which I should need one anyway, but just in case, So, yeah, so he, the hell? Wow, they locked me out. Had to be my sister. That's a mean young girl, boy. My sister's so mean. My sister just be doing stuff, y'all, just for nothing. I don't even know why she do that, the stuff she do. Did I come out this door today? Yeah. I'm gonna unlock this one. No, of course I did. God damn. If it ain't one thing, it's another, y'all. Whoa, I hope I got the key to this one. Gee, let me say something. Hold on, y'all. I don't have the other key. So, alright, I'm gonna have to pop the screen over. I'll do it in a minute. I'll do it in a second. Unless, did I leave out this door today? Oh, guess what? So when they took the trash out, they locked the dang on gate. Because this is where we take the trash out, on this side. So when they came down and took the trash out, they locked the gate. Ain't that nice? I'm going to just have to pop the screen and then spend money to fix it. Alright, so let me finish my story. Because I'm going to trust that the Most High is going to protect me. Alright, so when he died, it like sucked a hole in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like it really took a toll on me, y'all. Bad one. And I remember like seeing little boys with their dads, and I used to get so upset, like I don't have no dad, and you know, my real dad wasn't around. And you know, I don't know if I could say my mom was being cruel. Yeah, I just seen one of them run, something just ran across right here. A shadow or something. I don't know what it was, but so I don't know. Like, was my mom being cruel? You know, because she knew I was going through that, and I don't know if she called him or not, or like even told him like, "Yo, your children is going through it. You know, your son is going through it." But you know, when I spoke to my aunt, my dad's sister, you know, when I located them 2 years ago, which I didn't locate them, my son did. My third boy, Jabari, he did. And, but I asked him that, and she said, we had no idea where y'all was at. She said, all we know is that, because my mom's name was Valerie, and they was like, all we know is Valerie just cut ties, and y'all just disappeared. And come to find out, we lived around the corner from them. And they didn't know. Like, they moved from Jersey to Philly, and they lived literally around the corner. Like, they was on Hartford Avenue, and we was on Mellon Street. And you got Mellon, Wallace, Mount Vernon, Hartford Avenue. They was right on 38th, and we was on 36th. So that's just craziness. And the funny thing is that during the time I was, you know, in the streets selling drugs and stuff, and I had like this neighborhood on lockdown up in the Northeast, and you know, I was making my money, you know, and I had a brand new Denali then. You know, the picture I showed y'all when I was doing the pictures. And this young man that I grew up with, but he was younger than me, him and another one, which the gentleman that actually introduced me to that area, he was in the feds, and he sent me a letter, you know, stating that he had some type of car detail business up there that he needed me to take over because, you know, he's going through it and he ain't no money. So, you know, I did what I did. Whatever. Boom. And he, you know, sent me a list of clients. So I go up there, take over the business. And so the one, I'm not gonna say his name because he's in prison for life for killing a white girl. I don't know what the hell he was thinking about, but yeah. So they decide that they want to come up there and try to take over. Now, my thing is this. This is a free world, and I've always been like this. Like, I'm not going to tell you that you cannot be in this neighborhood doing what you're doing, but just don't put my name in it, you know. So what they was doing was saying that whatever they had was from me, and it was trash. And, you know, so, I mean, I'm not glorifying it. I'm just trying to tell the story. So, to make a long story short, I warned them, and I warned them. So, my last warning was I pulled up to the boy's house. Well, I went and got a gallon of milk. I don't know what kind of plane that is, but it sounded like one with a propeller. So, I dumped the milk out and filled it up with gasoline. And I had went and bought a spark plug earlier that day. Broke it down and took the white porcelain part, because that's how we used to bust windows back in the day. You take the porcelain piece, the little white piece, and you throw it at a window, and that joint will spider web. It won't even make noise. It'll just go. You know what I'm saying? It was like the silent way to smack a window without nobody really knowing unless, they like right there. So, yeah. So I bust his window, and then I called his phone. Because during that time, those was when the little small Sprint phones was out there. It was about that big. You pull the antenna up, little flip phones. Right before the Nokias and stuff started coming out. I think like a year or two before. So I called him. Well, I called his house. And I said, hey, yo, come to the window. Who this? Come to the window. So I turned on my stereo, because I had a loud system in my truck. So now, he come running, everybody run to the window, and I light the John, and I throw it in his car. And now I'm literally like parked right next to his car, and I'm looking up at him. And I said, I told you, don't come back, And I get in my truck, and I pull off, and his car burned up. As I'm doing this, my dad's sister is literally across the street looking at me do what I'm doing, and she don't even know it's me. And during that time, I was 22, 23. Had really long hair. My braids were long. It was like almost to the middle of my back. Well, y'all seen the picture. Y'all seen, if you didn't, you saw the picture. So I had really long, nice long braids and stuff. But so, yeah. And so when I got in touch with them about 2 years ago, it's been about 2.5 years now, and they told me where they lived at, and we talking, and she was like, you know what? She said this one little situation had happened a long time ago. She said it was like in the 90s, like 98, 99 or something like that. And I said, okay, what you mean? She said, when we lived on Hartford Avenue. I said, y'all lived on Hartford Avenue? She was like, yeah. She said, when we lived on Hartford Avenue, she said, this little cute little, now listen, when she's talking to me, I haven't showed her a picture of me. I haven't sent them a picture. Like, we are literally, we're about 45 minutes into the conversation on initially meeting, like, getting reacquainted over the phone. So she said this little dude was fine, like, like really, like you just shooting your shot. That's what I said. Listen, y'all, I'm not bragging. I'm just telling y'all what she said. She said he was a little fine little something, but she said that little mother sat there and bust that man window out and burnt that man car down, right? So, and I'm like, what? So she like, yeah. She said, I was like, oh my God, he is so bold. He's so small though. And during that time, I was about 5'7", but I was like 120 pounds wet. Like, I was not a big dude at all. So, but she was like, he was a little cutie, but she said, oh my God, I never seen nobody so bold, right? So now I'm giggling, right? And she's like, why are you laughing? I said, because the person you calling fine, I said, that was me that did that. And she said, what? I said, I'm going to send you a picture of me during that time. I said, matter of fact, I'm going to send you a picture of me the same day that I did it. Because I had the same clothes on. She said, yeah, he had this nice sweater on. I said, yeah. I said, it was like, like a t-shirt. She was like, yeah. I said, yeah, yellow and tan and white. She said, yeah, I think so. I said, yeah. So I sent her the picture, and she like, oh my God. Yep. So she said, oh my God. She said, you telling me my nephew was out here burning up people's cars? I said, yeah, I was doing a whole lot more than that. But so, to get back on track, I mean, I went from, I'm going to just show y'all the difference. I went from, I'm not going to do nothing wrong. I'm not going to sell drugs. I'm not going to be in the street. I'm not going to smoke cigarettes. I'm not going to drink. I'm telling y'all, this is a pact I made with one of my friends, a dude that me and him was best friends. We literally made a pact that said that we weren't going to do this stuff. But me not having a man, a father around, and then I'm going to tell you what this is what really agitated the situation. So both of us didn't have dads. And his father came around. And his father, the hell? Swear to God, somebody was looking down at me. But, okay. So his father came back around. He was a school teacher. And I'm not going to say his name anymore. But I'll give it to I'll say his dad's name, but I ain't going to say his name. His dad's name was Mr. Reed. But his dad treated me just like a son. I'm not going to lie. Mr. Reed treated me really nice. Like, you know, he would, if wherever my friend went, I went, you know. We'd stay over everything. It was, yeah, he was a real good dude, man. You know, the problem I had with him, he was always coming at my mom. Like, he was always trying to get my mom. And he had a deep, deep voice. And this dude was high yellow with freckles, with red hair. He was light skinned, but high yellow. And he had a deep like that. Like, his voice was deep. So, and Mr. Reed would try his best to get my mom. You know who? I'm gonna tell you who Mr. Reed will remind you of. Remember the 5 Heartbeats? Remember the record executive, the light-skinned dude with the red hair that beat up the bull and had him over the balcony, and he said, "My office hours are from what?" That's what Mr. Reed would remind y'all of if you saw him. But imagine him lighter with freckles on his face. That would give you like the perfect impression of Mr. Reed, right? So, I mean, as far as body type, definitely they had the same body structure. His face wasn't as big as the guy's was, but you know, as far as like a personality and stuff, that's him. So, yeah. So, you know, and you know, I can't knock him because, you know, his son was doing bad. His mom was on drugs, and you know, he lived with his grandma. I mean, like, it was the story of all of us. And you know, he came around. He started doing what he had to do for his young boy, and that was up because, you know, my man went from the have-not nigga to a have-got, straight out. Like, you know, dad did his thing, and he was a school teacher, so he had his Cadillac and stuff. And shoot, I remember the first time hearing Gin and Juice. That it was in Mr. Reed's Cadillac, rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice, laid back. So that was the first time I ever heard that, right in there, when it first came out, literally. And Mama's gonna knock you out. That was the first time I heard that in Mr. Reed's Cadillac. So, you know, but what that did was, because my friend's dad was around, it started agitating my situation of not having a father. And it got bad. And I think Mr. Reed started noticing it because, like I told y'all, I was smart, really smart. I'm not saying that I ain't smart now, but like, I was smart. Like, you know, I was really good at taking stuff apart and putting it back together and making stuff and everything. I could fix anything, you know what I mean? Real good with my hands. And because I remember I made a two-way radio in the 4th grade by myself out of, you know, spare junk that I had. But so Mr. Reed realized like how smart I was, and he told my mom, "You know what? I can pull some strings. We can have Greg go and take this aptitude test, and I know he'll get into this school called Hershey Prep, which was this preppy school for white kids." up in Hershey, PA. It was like a real high-end school, right? And I was so irritated and just like, I don't want to do shit. Like that was my attitude. Why should I? What the hell I'm gonna, you know what I mean, do something good for? I ain't got no dad. Like, that's how I was thinking about stuff. So everybody got a dad but me. You know what I mean? So, my mom was so happy. Y'all was seeing how, like, and to this day that really bothers me, or what I did, because I shouldn't have did that. I should have just tried my best on the test, and well, I know I would have got in, but so when we went and took the test, I sat at that table and I just closed my eyes and started writing, circling, and then whatever the hell I wanted to. And of course, the grade was horrible, and it hurt my mom's feelings because she was bragging and boasting. And then they was like, well, he can't even read because I didn't care. And it was because I didn't have a dad, you know what I mean? And it got bad. So, I really hurt her. I mean, that I've never seen my mom look like that ever in my life. That really destroyed her, because she was so proud of her child, and she knew it too. And she was like, all the stuff June was helping you do, look, it paid off. Look at this. She was so happy. She was calling everybody, and I just like messed up at everything. And she thought I was stupid for a while, and I had to come clean and tell her. And I got the, what? Oh my God, I ain't never get beat with so many things in my life. Like, I think I got beat with the whole kitchen. Seriously, I got hit with cans of tuna and all types of stuff. Like, she beat my ankle in that joint. Like, I had a black eye and everything. My mom was heated. So, yeah. She said I made a fool of her. And I never, it was hard for me trying to make up for that. I never got there. So, and as time went on, and as older I got, it got worse. To where I was an adult. And at that time, I just didn't give a damn. Then I didn't care about nobody and no one. I mean, I cared about my immediates, of course. But as far as anybody outside of mine, nah, man, whatever. But I wasn't stupid. Like, I didn't hang in crowds. I didn't put a bullseye on my forehead. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is like the stuff I used to say to the dudes on the corner. I used to come out there and I say to them, why do y'all stand up there all this time? I gotta get this money. I say, yeah, but why are you getting money? Those cops know who you are. I said, and you're rolling up you got a brand new Buick Century. I think, what he had, a 1992 Buick Century? Yeah, 93. Boy named Spoon. I said, you got a brand new car, you wear nice clothes. I said, you think they don't know where you make your money at? He said, yeah, I know they know. I said, but they can actually make an account of how much money you're making, because they know where you are at all times. So he was like, well, what you trying to say? I said, won't you switch it up? Like, why do you got to stand there? I said, y'all do the same thing every day. Which is, like, it just didn't make sense to me. That was the stupidest thing I ever seen. So when I got in the streets and when I got my pager, I put all my people on my pager. And I told them to page me their address and the amount they wanted. Because I only sold one thing. You know what I'm saying? And it was going down. And this is like when I was up in the north. Well, I started down West Philly, down the bottom. So I had the people in the project building and stuff coming and everything like that. But when I went up in the Northeast and I started, them other folks, oh wow, yeah, that thing changed real quick. And I'm like, you like, I just didn't do that. I didn't go in bars. I didn't go get drinks. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hang around people. I didn't stand nowhere for a long time. I wouldn't, if I stopped at your house, I ain't stopping back again. You know what I'm saying? If you called me, or, well, during that time it was page you. If you paged me and I called you back on the phone booth and you sound funny, I'm hanging up on you. Or you say the wrong thing out your mouth, I'm hanging up on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Like, if you wanted me to call you back, you would put 911, right? So you would call me, address, what you needed. You needed to holler at me, 911, boom. So, you know what I mean? You would 911 me, I'll go to a payphone, hit your jack. You're say the wrong thing out your mouth, like, can you bring me, yeah, whatever. You trying to set me up, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Nah. So, and that's how I did things. You know what I mean? But everybody gets caught. You know what I'm saying? Even though I got set up by somebody that I literally was taking care of their children, but that's here nor there. Yeah, white lady. I was taking care of her kids while she was smoking drugs. I literally would buy all her food stamps. Man, let me tell y'all what I did for this woman. So, white lady, I had moved into this apartment on 3rd and the Boulevard. And she lived below me. And they were smoked out. Her and a dude. But she had a little boy and a little girl. Same age as my oldest son. And they were dirty, and my son told me they used to get teased. They were getting teased in school and everything. White kids, I didn't care they was white. I really, not during that time, I really didn't give a damn. So I came downstairs, and I introduced myself to them. Her and her dude. And I said, I'm going to do y'all a favor. And they said, what are you talking about? I said, how much food stamps y'all get? And she got $1,300 in stamps for 2 kids. I said, I want you to sell me all your food stamps the first of the month. I said, don't go to nobody else. You come to me. And I said, you tell me you want it in cash or you want it the other way. Oh, you got it. I said, I'm going to tell you now. If anything happened to my apartment or anything, even though I didn't lay my head in my own poop, but I just had to put that out there. I said, this would be the last thing you ever do. You know what I'm saying? So, the respect thing was there. So, I bought their stamps. I went to, what was it, Kmart, big Kmart. I went to big Kmart, which was right up the street, right up the boulevard, or right up on Frankfurt Avenue. I went up there. I bought like a mid-sized deep freezer. Small. It was like small, a little small with a little lock on it. I went and got a deep freezer. I carried that joint upstairs. In my apartment, I was on the 2nd floor. Well, it was only 2 floors anyway. So I took it upstairs in my apartment. I went and got one of them plastic closet joints that you zip. And I said, I need your 2 kids. I told the lady that her man can come with me because I'm not going to be going in the store with you. Like, no. Like, she looked like olive oil. Seriously, y'all. She looked just like olive oil. Bony as I don't know. Jaws all sucked in like, oh, Lord. She looked at a hot mess. So I take her, her dude, and her 2 kids. And I tell them, and my son, of course, and I say, y'all need to get 6 pair of pants for school, 6 shirts for school, pick out some socks, pack of socks. Then I told the little white girl, I said, you get colorful socks, right? And actually, it was Foreman Mills, too, during that time. Yep. I remember because it was the one on, oh, God, what street was that? I think it was Tabor Road. I think that's where it was at. I'm not sure. But, so, yeah, I told the little girl, you need to pick out colorful socks. And, and I told he took his son or whatever like that. And, and made sure you got the right colors and everything right. So I got their clothes, school clothes. So then I told them to get stuff that they would want to wear to go outside. So little little boy, little girl come back with their clothes. I said, "What in the hell?" And so now they looking at me like I'm crazy. And I said, what are y'all, what's going on? So they didn't know how to dress, like, put clothes together, like colors and match stuff. So, and my son was 6 years old, but he knew how to match his clothes. So, and his dad wasn't no damn better. So we took our court girl up in there and told the girl, I said, listen, I will buy your whatever you buying in here. I will pay for your stuff if you help me dress this little girl. So, it was a sister, right? So she like, dress her how? I said, how you think? Like, dress her. And I said, I want her to wear dresses though, long dresses down to her ankles. I used to like having like women in dresses and young girls in dresses. Like I always loved, especially like I used to love my wife in long dresses. Oh my God, not tight dresses, but like sundresses, them long, nice. It makes them look so elegant. Not saying a child. I'm just saying, it just makes a child look like a young lady. You know what I'm saying? So, we would get them. The girl got it like jelly beans and little dresses and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Nice little clothes and stuff or whatever. And the little boy, I hooked him up or whatever. He had his nice little stuff. Got him, and I went and got him a couple little Rockaway sweatsuits and stuff like that. From the City Blue and stuff, right? Got him some nice, neat stuff like that. Took him to get his hair cut. So now, as I'm bringing them home, the dad turns and looks at me and says, why the fuck is you doing this? Just like that. He said, why the fuck is you doing what you doing? I said, why the fuck is you doing what you doing? And it was so silent in the car. So about 5 minutes into the why the F I'm doing what I'm doing, I said to him, how could you wake up every morning knowing that your kid might not have nothing to eat, or this child is being cheesed in school and being called dirty and this and that and this and that? You know what I'm saying? Crackhead mom, crackhead dad. I said, you think that don't happen in school? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, I know. I said, but I said, so to be honest with you, your drug addiction is more important than your child's mental state. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, so what, you gonna be his dad until I stop getting high? I said, no. I said, but as long as I'm living here, I'm not going to watch those kids go out this house and starve every damn day, and I'm walking upstairs and my son is eating. So I told him, I said, so this is what's going to happen. I said, when they get home today, they're going to play outside, do what they do as children. I said, 6 o'clock, you send them up to my apartment. I said, I'm going to cook them dinner along with my son. I said, I bought them their food. My son has his food. It's all the same, but I'm separating your kids' stuff from my kids' stuff, so you don't think I'm using your stamps to buy my child stuff. Yeah, y'all said your kids have a whole deep freezer on their own. I wrote their name on top of it, big as hell, right? In nice graffiti, calligraphy actually. So, so I said, at 6 o'clock, you're going to send them upstairs. I said, I'm going to feed them. I'm going to wash them. I am going to take out their school clothes. I'm going to show them how to iron their clothes and everything. I said, I'm going to show them this every day, how to do this. I said, I'm going to show him how to put on deodorant, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you ain't teaching him, I'm going to teach him. I said, this is going to happen every day. I said, so at 5:30 every day, your child need to be coming upstairs to my apartment to get washed, get dressed. I mean, your children to get washed, to get dressed, so they can get ready to school, so I can take them to school. And then I said, when they come home from school, they come to the apartment, I do their homework, have them do their homework. They get to chill, play around with my son or whatever they want to do until 5 o'clock. I said they go downstairs with y'all for an hour or whatever. If that's up to you, whatever y'all doing. I said then at 6 they come back up, they eat dinner, blah blah blah, and then it's bedtime. I said now also give them an option if they want to stay the night up here, they can, no problem. I said but I'm gonna tell you now, if you ever coerce one of your children to come in here and steal something out of my house, I said that's gonna be the last. So I told him, I said I'm telling you that's gonna be the last thing you ever do. He said no, I would never do that. I would never do that. I said all right, I'm just letting you know. So for 2 years I did this. She gets locked up, the wife. Now, she would buy off of me, right? Because I would buy stamps and stuff. So this one day she called me and I knew something was wrong, but I was so tired because I was running from the first to the third, and it was the third. And I was so tired that I didn't pay attention to what she said. And my son mom, the one that actually, my son that actually found my dad's sister, she told me, don't go, something ain't right with that. And I said, oh, you tripping. Like, but I was like burnt out. I was so tired I wasn't even looking straight. And she set me up in a hotel with 3 bags, three 320s of crack, right? Yeah, in Bucks County, in another county, not Philly, another county. Let me tell y'all something. So the husband knew that she was setting people up. So they had me in this room, right, trying to make me snitch on somebody. And I told them cops, listen, I know what the fuck I did, like, and I'm not telling nobody. So just do what you gotta do so I can go ahead and get ROR or pay my bill and I can get on, you know what I mean, do what I gotta do, because I had money. And my sisters was waiting. So as I'm in the room talking to the detective, they bring I don't want to say her name. They bring her in. And she's sitting at the table and she looking crazy, right? So I'm looking at her and they did that to see if I threaten her so they can try to charge me with something else, because I wasn't biting that shit. I wasn't biting nothing they was doing. Yo, when I tell you her husband bust in that room and start snapping, yo, white boy start blacking the fudge out, y'all. Like, he lost it. So the detective grabbed him like, what the fuck is you protecting this nigga for? Just like that, y'all. And he said, that nigga has been raising and taking care of my damn babies for 2 years. He said my son got straight A's because of that nigga. Like, that was the first time I let a white man come here. Straight out, yo. He was like, he just that. So now, it's a state of confusion in the police district. Now I'm up here in a racist ass county, and he's so loud that all these cops hear it. And he look at his wife, he said, how the fuck could you do that to him? How could you do that to him? All that he been doing for us and for our children. How could you do that to him like that, right? So the cop sits down next to me, white man. He says, what the fuck made you take care of a white crackhead woman's children? I said, the same reason why I take care of my children. And he said, what is that? I said, they children. They innocent. Those kids don't deserve what they were getting. So, if I can give them a little comfort in their life, then so be it. Tell y'all this. The cop said, I already charged you. He said, if I'd have known this an hour later, I'd have let you go. I said, bullshit. I said, I ain't even trying to hear that. Yeah, whatever. He said, nah. He said, you'd have been the first black guy I'd have let go. He said, because I ain't never in my life heard no shit like this. He said, I've never in my life heard nothing like this. He says, he said, and to be honest with you, he said, he said, you got my eyes watered, right? So now, just think about this. I'm being took to a hotel, and I got all these white people looking at me. but it's not in dread. It's not like fucking nigger. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow. You know what I mean? So I thought this white man was lying when he said what he said. He told me, he said, I'm going to show you. He said, I'm going to stand up for you. Just what he told me. I looked at him again. I said, man, fuck out of here. Just like that. When I went for my bail hearing, I had 6 detectives coming in and vouch for me to the judge, telling the judge I was a good man. You know, I made an honest mistake, and I should be allowed to go home and, you know, la 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 la, get ROR, blah blah blah, yakety smackety. And that judge was like, "What the hell? What is he? You're snitching?" They said, "No." And he asked the DA, could he come to the bench? And I know he told him, because when he told him, the DA and the DA turned around and looked at me like I was the fuck crazy. And then the judge like kind of moved his head to the side like, are you serious? Yeah. So they give me RR, right? I get out. But that RR ain't stopped them motherfuckers from prosecuting my ass. Yeah, because I got a 2 to 4. But I suppose, from what I heard, I'm supposed to get a 6.5 to 23, which is 6.5 years to 23 years. But I got a 2 to 4. You know what I'm saying? So I took that, bit that real hard. Like, they was like, listen, you better plead to this, John. Just plead. He said, because the other one you supposed to got hit. And they were so strict because, all right, so when they got the 3 bags from her, they found the pack I had in the car. So that's what made the John go up. And it was little, it's like a 1/4 ounce. And that was enough for the 6-year mandatory. So, yeah, man, that was a crazy thing of my life. And sad thing is, I still was taking care of those kids, you know, even because when she got locked up and stuff, and they, you know, they moved out and everything, that's when I stopped, but because they wasn't around no more. But as far as like them being in the apartment, yeah, I was still like, I think it was like 6 months more that I was still helping out. But yeah, man, I really like literally did that. And that's the God honest truth. I literally was raising 2 little white kids. Them little kids, oh man, I ain't gonna say their names, but they used to love me, boy. They used to love me. I bought them their little PlayStation, because my son had a PlayStation where it was mobile. You could pull the monitor up and, you know, plug it in to an AC joint. Like my truck had AC adapters in it. Well, you know, you can get what they call an inverter. That's what it was. I got a 6-plug inverter. It was 2,000 watts. It was huge. And so my son already had the PlayStation John. So when I started taking care of them, I got the little girl a pink one, and I got the little boy a white one, and my son had the gray one. And I bought them, you know, what games, and yo, they played way different games than my son. They didn't play the same games my son played. So, like, yeah, and like I would have all 3 kids in the car playing video games. When I took my son out to like Red Lobsters, Chili's, stuff like that, guess who went with me? And they used to ask me, so with their mom's wife? I said, they ain't my children. They just the neighbor's kids, you know, the friend of my son. So I take them out when I take them out, you know. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I bet, bitch. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call. It was a white woman anyway. So fuck it. But that's how I used to be. I used to tell them that. But yeah, so. All right, listen, let's get back on topic. I done gave you another story of my life. But yeah, see, so this is things about me that y'all didn't know. Now, if we were sitting down in a circle with a fire burning in the middle, y'all would have known that, right? You see the intimacy? You see what I'm saying? Spiritual connection. Now, imagine how more thrilling that would have been if I was in front of you telling you that story. Think about that. And imagine the stories you got to tell. And my thing is this. I don't care about if it's a bad story. It's something that happened in your life. It's knowledge. It's something that you learned from. That's what I care about. You know what I'm saying? That's the important part. It's not important that you got arrested for this or you did this. That's not the important part. The important part is that was a stepping stone. You took that and you gained knowledge and you stepped forward and you stepped up and you kept going. Like, I got a friend that he was in the streets and he stopped. And when him and his woman got into a little situation and he had to leave, he went back right into the streets. And that's not a step. He took a step backwards because he didn't think about why he's doing what he's doing. He's doing what he's doing because he loved money. So that money is his God. That's all he talk about. Watch, and I used to have to correct him. I'm not doing nothing. And no, I'm talking about work-wise. Listen, I'm content with what I got. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to make all that. I'm cool, bro. Man, you tripping. Yeah, I could be. But guess what? I'm going to be so comfortable while you're not. You know what I'm saying? So, you learn the hard way. And then he down there with white Russians. Yeah, that's what he hanging around. A bunch of Ukrainians and Russians down Center City. I said, you tripping, nigga. And they racist as hell. I said, you tripping. Your ass gonna wind up a pole some fucking weird. Like, I told him, I said, listen, keep your head on the swivel, man. And don't let your guard down around people like that. He told me, I knew him for a long time. I said, yeah. So did the other black people. They knew him for a long time, too. They ass still wound up a pole, burnt and dead. You know what I mean? So you go ahead and keep that. I knew them for a long time and see how long it's going to take for them to kill your black ass. Excuse my French, but I have to put it out there like that because some of us are just stupid as hell. You know, you out here buying that poison, bringing that shit back into our neighborhoods, selling that shit to your own people, and you fucking sitting there befriending a goddamn demon. Like, the hell's wrong with you? But then you think I'm supposed to, what, be your homie still? Hell no, bro. You bought that. I'm good. Like, you call my phone, that John go to holler at you later. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Like, no. I'm not, because I'm going to tell you what happened is, when you around somebody that's committing sin, if you keep them around you, eventually you're going to consider it. So you have to cut that limb off. It has to go and grow a righteous limb. So, no, I'm good, man. I had some nice block shoes on with that limb, but them Jones got to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and get me some pointy toes. I don't care. Some witch hazels. You know what I mean? So, listen, man. I mean, this is what it is, y'all. I know I'm over here busting your eardrums up, but better me than somebody talking about, I hope you die, because you don't want to hear what the hell they got to say, which I just don't understand. I really don't. So if I don't sit, shut up and listen to what you saying, you want me to die. How the hell does that make any damn sense? Yeah, listen, I am burnt out and I'm starving and I got a platter here and I've been wanting to get on these vegetables for a minute. They probably icicles right now, but you know that oven gonna make them things go So I am going to let y'all go. I want my brothers, listen, this is what I want. I want that sister that I spoke of, the one with the strong voice, the loud one, the one that all men gravitate to because of the way she projects herself. I want you to stand up, man, sister, and I want you to make us brothers. No, you demand that we start a gathering. And if it starts with us going that, towards California first, and then initially, they coming up here, and I guess we can all meet down south. However it go, sister, I need you to make that happen, and I need that to happen this summer. I'm not demanding you, but I'm saying things got to change, and we got to get this shit right, because I don't want to, keep going through all this pain and this hurt because we keep dying, because I'm going to tell y'all something before I go. It is one thing for people to hear that we have gathered together in communication on devices, and we are speaking smooth, speaking calm, soft words to each other and encouraging each other. That's one thing. It is a totally and different and way more powerful thing is when it is said that we are coming together. We're bringing food. We're bringing sweet, warm personalities. We're bringing beauty of our nation to all of our sisters and brothers that are asleep. Let us help wake you up. That is way more appealing than, hey, listen to me talk to you on the phone. Because number one, they're going to go after the food. But number two, anybody that's in pain always want a hug. Anybody that's in pain always wants you to hear their plea. If you got an ear, they gonna lean on it. But they can't lean on your ear if you're on the phone. It's nothing like somebody describing what happened to them and you give them a hug and say, you know what? I don't know if you were told this, but I'm sorry. You ain't got shit to do with what happened to them. But you're giving them closure because you're saying sorry for whoever did it. And do you not know what that would do to somebody? That can stop a young man from taking somebody's life. Because guess what? Guess what's going through his mind? While he was talking about taking somebody's life, nobody loves me. I hate all you fuckers. All y'all hate me. Nobody cares about me. Look at y'all. Look how y'all look at me. Boom. Let me give this young man a hug. Hey, I'm sorry. Boom. Do you know what that's going to do to that boy heart? He ain't going to even know how to react. And the crazy thing is, it's one thing when a brother gives another brother a hug, right? That's one thing. But when a woman embraces a man or a young man, especially if there's a woman in her 40s, and she gives a young man in his 20s that motherly hug, that come here, son, that boy is going to fall and melt like butter in that woman's arms. And you know why he's going to do that? Because you know he don't have that at home. And he's going to stay locked in that position, crying for a long time. That's what the power of joining yourselves together does versus being on the phone. We can stop so much killing and so many other things if we listen to what we're being told to do. He says join yourselves together. He's telling us to do that for a reason. And as we join together, you can consider what he's been telling us. Wake up. All right, y'all. I'm going to let this go to 50. That's what my mind said. My mind is 1 hour, 49 seconds. It's almost at 50, so. But wake up, y'all. Like, come on now. Can we do this? Of course we can. So I need my bold my beautiful, my powerful, and my strongs. Get out here. Let's make this joint happen, man. Stop taking no. It's all about yes. Don't let nobody tell, oh, we can't. Yeah, whatever. We going to. The city won't. Yeah, right. Well, we'll find somewhere else to go. Come on, man. Let's get it. All right, y'all. I scream at y'all young people. Shalom. What's the wonderful name that we always call on? Yohiwa. And if you can't say that, say, hey, 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 hey. All right? All right. Shalom.